Now, there's no end to the examples of angry and contentious rhetoric from the left. Now, today's comes courtesy of an unnamed top White House aide who relayed a less than appropriate comment when speaking to a reporter about the Republicans and the fiscal cliff negotiations. Listen to this.
You're going to like this. So I threw the Lincoln analogy at a close aide to the president last week, and he said, you know, with this republic, with the way politics of Washington are today, there'd still be slavery. Lincoln wouldn't have been able to navigate the polarization between the media, between this. It was an interesting and depressing observation from this very smart White House aide.
All right, so sadly, neither the language from the White House nor the celebratory manner that it was being reported and those that revel in this comment come at all as a surprise. And here with reaction are Niger Innis from the group CORE, Congress of Racial Equality, Mike Myers from the New York Civil Rights Coalition. I took him to say republic, but it's still the sentiment is the same, and that is that, oh, well, the divided nation, you know, with these Republicans. What's your reaction? What?
Because this bloviating racial rhetoric never ceases to astonish me. It is, especially, it used to be in the old days, which wasn't too long ago, you would get these racial rhetoric, no justice, no peace coming from the streets. Now you get this racial arsonist rhetoric coming from the pundits on NBC and MSNBC. And back to Bob Costas, he was quoting from our newspaper columnist who actually compared the NRA as the new KKK. Now this is so much racial rhetoric that it has got to be condemned for such. But where are the voices of sanity?
But this is the same with the Susan Rice. You can't disagree with Susan Rice because it's a war on women and it's the Republican Party's racist. Let me play another NBC cut, Niger, and get you to respond to this. NBC host saying that this is no country for young black men. Watch this.
Another 17-year-old African-American boy shot and killed. The alleged assailant, an older white man, saying he felt threatened, although the boy he is accused of shooting was reportedly unarmed. Another claim of self-defense to justify the killing. Another pair of grieving parents losing a child and seeking justice. And again, that sense for those of us who know them and love them that this is no country for young black men, but always this. One thing has been the same. No presumption of innocence for young black men. No benefit of the doubt. Guilt, not determined by what they did or said, but presumed to be inherent in their very being. They need not wield a weapon to pose a threat, because if you are a young black man, you are threat enough.
Young black man, you're threat enough, and this is no country for young black men? Niger?
It's outrageous. It's disgusting. It's the default setting for far too many within the liberal movement and the Democratic Party. You know, an old friend of mine, Sean and Mike, said that there are two political parties. You think it's Republicans and Democrats? No. There's the corrupt party, and certainly this practice of racial demagoguery is corrupt. But there's also the stupid party, because the other party allows these types of things to happen because they don't even compete for votes and in the battle of ideas within communities of color, Latino, African-American, Asian-American community. And when you have these communities written off by one political party, then you can have another political party play these type of racial demagogic games.
Do you agree?
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to.
No, I was going to say.
Do you agree with what Niger's saying I assume what you're saying is the African American community has been written off by Republicans. Do you agree with that, Michael?
No. I don't believe that, but I have to respond to Melissa Harris Perry and her notion that just because she says that a shooting is racially motivated, therefore black boys and black men are in danger, does not make it a racially motivated shooting. Just because she says that. Now, it's very, very important to know that we have to have voices of sanity like Barbara Jordan, the former congressman from Texas, who said, my faith in the Constitution is whole, is complete, is total. And what she meant by that was the legal presumption of innocence, not the notion that people have to be brought into justice because they are perceived as being a thug. No, they meant that a person who's arrested and charged with murder has a legal presumption that they are to be tried by a jury of their peers, not all blacks, not all whites, a jury of their peers before a neutral magistrate.
I agree.
So she distorts the legal system.
I mean,
Yeah.
If you look at predominantly African-American neighborhoods, we read about it all the time, black on black crime, out of control. Right. If liberal policies were so successful, and I would argue many of the inner cities in this country have been governed for decades now by the left, and there's poverty, and as a result, you see a rise in crime, and the drugs have not been cleaned out of these neighborhoods.
Breakdown of the family.
Breakdown of the family. Good point.
Absolutely. That's why you have millions of voices in black and brown communities that want their votes, want their IDs contested for. I started a new organization with blacks, Latinos, Asian Americans called New America. The Grassroots Tea Party of Nevada is joining us at a press conference on Wednesday. We can come together and not disregard our conservative principles, but you got to reach out to all communities.
And I say a thug is a thug, a punk is a punk, no matter what their color.
I would say good people and bad people, aren't there?
All right, there is no color of crime.
All right, guys.
Punk's a punk.
Michael, thank you.
Good to see you.